We would go for a month at a time, but they would be there for 9 months.
Now you go over there, you're there for 4 weeks at a time, and by like week 2, you're like, oh, I already had some burgers, I have the same food, whatever they're feeding you, and you get sick of it after 3 weeks, and then you think to yourself, these guys are here for 12, 16 months at a time, and they've got to go through that 12 or 16 times. Like I've had the same thing. So for us to like in my head complain, I was like so guilty. Like, how can I complain about that? Like in my my own head, And how can I complain about thinking I might get shot in the head by a rocket while playing drums? Like these guys do that every day.
Right. So was there a lot of that where you heard gunfire and rockets going off?
Yeah, there was. We played one of Saddam's old Air Force bases, and I remember I was in the shower. There were all these bunkers, and we actually would be housed in a bunker. And the soldiers would be, you lived where the soldiers lived, in tents, bunkers, canisters, wherever they were. So we got to visit all these different, bases. Some that were really undeveloped. Others that were being more developed, but one particular base, it was mortared that morning when we came in.
Oh wow!
And so there's bases. Todd and I were at a base on the Pakistan-Afghanistan border where lights were out. They issued you a flashlight with a red lens, and you were in a light. I mean, there was no lights.
We had to play. It was daylight only. We had to play with daylight, and they were like, rockets do come off of this mountain, in the distance. These guys light these fuses that go on for half an hour, but they don't know where they're going to land. So, the chances of it landing in our camp are, slim, but it could land here. So, I'm sitting there literally playing drums. This is a gig I'll probably never forget in my entire life. I'm playing it. I'm looking at this mountain knowing that a rocket could fly off at this, off this mountain at any time. And if it came at me, what would I do? I remember sitting there, what would I do? Would I get off? Would I get off and be like, screw you guys, while they're facing that, maybe they didn't see it. And I decided at that point, I would let it hit me and die doing what I love for my country, I guess, And that was my decision, but luckily that I'm here today, so that never happened. But the chances that happened, that was a chance of happening. There's no way I'm going to play a show like Band Camp today and worry about a rocket coming at me. That's a once in a lifetime. Well, would you here? Yeah. But that's a once in a lifetime experience, and that's a show that I will always have, held, in my heart.